Hello everybody, it's Steve. Welcome back to Cities Skylines 2 after the, I'd call it a pretty good reception to the first video, my first impressions that I put out earlier this week. I figured I'm going to do another gameplay, but I'll explain a few things that I'm going to be doing differently with this video than with previous videos. First off, SteveTAGamer put out a list of optimization things you can do to kind of make the game work a little bit better on your computer. The computer I'm playing this game on has a Ryzen 2700X on it right now. It's running at 27%, and an RTX 2080, which is running at 51% already right now. And I've got nothing else loaded. It's just this, my OBS, that's all I've got going. But if you go into the options before you start going, here are 5 things you can do to get your game working a little bit better. This is coming from PCGamer.com. First one, switch your display mode from full screen to full screen windowed or vice versa. You also have set depth of field mode to disabled. You actually have physical, tilt shift, and I'm just going to leave that on disabled right there. If you go down to your volumetrics quality, this is usually just on medium, just because I think I had global graphics. I set it on medium initially. You can actually disable it to make that go a little bit better. This one will change to custom when you do that. Level of detail. Let's go down and find that here. Level of detail. I'm going to switch just to low. You can put it as very low. And motion blur. You actually turn that off. Yeah, I'll go ahead and just turn that off too. Hopefully, that's going to make my game run a little bit easier as we do. I'm going to start a new game today because I made a colossal mistake when I did my first impressions video. If you note down here, we have the outside connections. I did Twin Mountain, and I was looking for a rail connection for several minutes. What don't you see here? I see highway. I see ship, I see airplane, and I see electricity, but I don't see rail. I picked the one bleeping map that doesn't have rail connections on it. So I'm not going to be going back to that city. What I'm probably going to be doing is, I'm not going to lie, Sweeping Plains is kind of a nice one to look at, because you do have some rivers here, you've got some districts you can put in as well. Also, I'm looking for the rail connections. That's the big one. But also, this has ship connections too, so I've got to kind of look into that also. We have plenty of fertile land to build with, plenty of forest, plenty of ore, and also plenty of oil with which to play. And I do like the mountain village. Hopefully, if this series does well, I'd probably do another series doing like a little snowy mountain village type thing. I'm going to go ahead and run this a few. Chillingham. Alright, yeah, I like that. I'm going to do a European theme. I like the idea of doing a European theme with this because when you play these types of games, which, again, I really enjoy these types of games. I remember playing SimCity 2000 way too long when I was a kid. And I know SimCity 2000 is also available on Xbox GamePass, where I'm playing this game from. You can... I remember just playing it so much, and they're so in-depth and all the little things you can do with it, but all of those games kind of required building a city that was built for roads. And I'm not looking to do that. I want to build a kind of a walkable city, very much like you see in Europe. So here we go. We're now in Chillingham. We got a little road connection right here, which goes out to a highway. Let's take a look at this here. So we have... almost looks like a diverging diamond intersection. It's a double, almost like a double roundabout that we've got here. We've got an underpass going underneath it, and off-ramps that go on to Washington Highway. Looks like everything's doing in kph. So 80 kph here, 120 kph over here, which is totally fine. Again, European setup, so we can work with that. We've got our power connection over here on kind of the riverside of the map. We do have some river stuff over here. We have a little spit of land that will connect out to the next one, which, hey, look, here's a rail connection. But I'm probably going to be utilizing that, not this video. I want to build up a little town first and go from there. Also noting that the road connection is not coming in straight on. So whatever I'm building is going to be a little off kilter to what this is. So this is probably going to be up, air quotes, for this. And it's going to look a little weird in the process. Just by looking at what I have here. You got a little bluff here. This would be Castle Ruins. This is probably a good place to put like a college campus or something. Let's also see what we have here when it comes to industry. Now we got some stone over here, some stone over here. Wind is coming from, as it were, I'm lined up right now, left to right. So any industrial stuff I want to have over on this side, so it kind of blows away from where we're at. So maybe it is to maybe build out this away with it. Build my roads out. And again, I've just got the game paused right now. I'm going to take this road, just bring it in a little bit further. Just going to do that, just to have something I can build off of here. I could probably switch over and have it as like a highway where I don't have this stuff done here. I'm also a little distracted. My co-pilot, my oldest daughter, is fully wide awake. I am recording this at 4 a.m. on a Thursday, and she is awake. I mean, she is looking into the camera in her room, and I'm a little surprised, honestly. I mean, my youngest daughter, who's like 6 weeks old at the time of recording, she's sleeping in her little thing right next to my desk. She can't be bothered. Okay, let's go ahead. Let's build out. I want to build out this way. Build a commercial zone. I want to build my residential and commercial kind of on this side, as it were. Just keep bringing this road out. Yeah, I'm going to do like that. Oh, I also made a small road, so let's go ahead and replace that, actually. Oh, bollocks. Alright, back to the bulldozer. Right, medium road, straight tool. There we go. And note, I am just ripping through what little cash I have here. The game is still paused. And yeah, I'll do it like here, I think. Be a good spot to kind of run off with. And we'll do some small roads based on this. I'll actually do a grid here. Where the grid kind of works and kind of doesn't work is I don't want to actually replace those old roads. We'll do like this. Come way the hell back up this way with it. Make sure I'm 90'd up. Alright, then from here, probably going to do a road like right back in the middle of this. Or I can kind of build down this way. Yeah, there we go. I have a little bit of space between the two. And this is where the grid would actually work. Okay. Not the best, but I'll go ahead and make it. I'll try to make do with this. Ah, that's a helpful tooltip I'm just now seeing. And kind of connect them and just kind of keep them in line with everything else up here too. That works. Got my industry demand also, so I'll make sure I get that squared away too. Okay, I think it's a good start when it comes to housing over this way. Now industry. Now specialized industry, I have to actually get to a spot where I can do it. So I'm not going to actually set up on the stone here or over here, but I will send the road out this way and then kind of just build out on the side of it, just to make sure I'm not, also make sure I'm marking myself here. Go about here-ish. And I do realize that a four-way stop, or a four-way intersection right out of the gate is probably a really bad idea. However, yeah, it's really my first, air quotes, first time playing this. So I'm going to make mistakes, and if you do see an idea that like, oh, hey, Steve, try this instead, let me know in the comment section. I do read the comments. I do engage with what folks are laying down in this in the comment sections for my videos. I do interact with you all quite a bit, so please keep that in mind. If you have any ideas, let me know. I will do what I can to read with them and engage with them, and all that fun, fancy stuff too, innit? Okay, we're going to go like this. Okay, cool. All right, we're going to go ahead. We're going to paste down. Gonna fill in like that on the industrial side of things. Residential zones. This is going to be a bunch of it's going to be residential, but I know that a lot of this area, like back in here, this looks like it'll be low density residential, and then I'll put like medium density residential outside of it. Oh, that is really bright. I'm actually kind of have a look at my high street back this way. Now let's go ahead and get our power set up. Now, because I'm just starting off with the city, I don't actually need to build. Actually, that works perfectly. Just put a little transformer station right here. Boom, done. So this will actually convert the power from the high voltage to the lower voltages. It'll need to go into the city itself. And water. Do I has water? Ah, there is... Oh, we do actually have some groundwater here. Hold up. Is this not stone? I'm not able to tell. Okay, bugger. So I just put an industrial zone on top of my water supply. That just happened. Alright, hey look, I can do it over here actually. Let's see. How can I hook this up? Where's your road connection? Okay, it's right there. There we go. Alright, so that's set up. That's totally fine that it's over here. But I will take a 2-lane road out across the bridge. In water? Let's see. Increase your elevation. There you go. Bring the elevation back down. And I'll probably need to do a nice little basic curve for this. There we go. Alright, cool. So we have our little water connection. This is going to kind of go up and over this bridge. And let's see. Let's actually get the game going here. So we've got our residences going in. A lot of residences are actually going in. And we got an industrial zone. Oh, wait. Yes, sewage. We do need to actually have a poop outlet for this stuff. So I should have a sewage outlet, kind of like right here. And then a sewage pipe going from... there. Sewage pipe is not connected to the network. Okay, let's try this again. It seems like it is connected to the network. It really seems like it is connected. Bulldozing that? Underground mode? Okay, now it... what the hell? Weird, but okay. Alright, so we got that going too. We can also upgrade it and make it an actually like a... probably do something like this to increase what we have going with it, but... we got the houses going in, we got the industry going in. Again, most traffic's going to be coming down off of this section. Let's actually speed up a little bit. There we go. Increase speed. And yeah, you can just tell it's going to be really weird having these lines in a grid, but this line up here not being in a grid. It's going to throw people off for a little bit. Just go with it a little, please, until we can get the city built up a little bit bigger. My long-term plan, definitely hook up some railroad connections, and then if I don't build anything kind of along this side, I could, in theory, you can just build a very large mass transit network, and this area, how big this is that's buildable for me, you can bet I can just put a giant city down in there. Let's actually see. How much water? Got more water around that. That's good. And a water pumping station I could also put way up here, too. There's something just to keep in mind as well. Alright. Residential demand is extremely high right now, so let's go ahead and look into doing more of that. Alright, let's go ahead and we'll build out a neighborhood kind of out this way. Go medium road. What is this game trying to do with me? This is kind of like here, I guess. Yeah, I like that. We'll try to fit in some smaller residences down this way. That was odd that it did that, but okay.
Second moon radio.
Oh, right, I've got straight view, straight on. Hey, ignore me.
Tune in tomorrow for a second chance to hear the music.
Okay, cool. Go ahead. Oh yeah, no, immediately as soon as I start building this up, the demand fell off just fell off a cliff. Ah, that's not a bad idea, setting up like that. And I can also, once you actually level up a little bit, you can put roundabouts in here. So I could actually drop down a bunch of roundabouts as well. Just keep things going. We've got a minor need for industry right now, but that's all we got going at the moment. Just waiting for that progression to increase just a little itty bitty bit more. Also, just letting you know what the specs are on my computer right now. 87% on my RTX 2080 going right now. Looks like dedicated GPU memory is about 7 of 8 gigabytes. Shared GPU memory is barely being touched right now. Shocker. Alright, residential demand is coming back. Love it. Alright, let's go ahead and drop down some residential demand back here. Back here. Again, there we go. So now I can build European-style row houses. That's what I really wanted to do, is put some of these up here. And hopefully this will satiate the demand. We are going there. It's still increasing on this side, which is okay. There we go. Just gonna keep putting down some low density residential, make sure we're getting a few more people coming in. Cash is decreasing at 634 per hour. Actually, now reading some of the stuff we have here. We have our happiness. Healthcare coverage. That's a great thing you need. A medical clinic right on the main road. Everyone like that. Garbage management. That's gonna be something we need to take care of too. Obviously, want to try to avoid groundwater pumping stations or really any shit like that. I'm thinking we need to do like garbage out here. And this will definitely get updated and moved, and eventually I can get like an incineration plant, something like that. Let's go ahead and do this here. We'll do a landfill for now. And again, these buildings are much bigger than they used to be. So we're gonna go like here. Whoops. Okay, I'm gonna edit these nodes here. Okay. This is how much space you have with your garbage capacity. So you actually have a pretty sizable landfill that's available right now, right on the corner of my map, and of course that will get moved about in the meantime. We also have death care. We need to get a cemetery built. A little bit of a lag spike there. And the cemeteries are sizable in this game. So I could actually put it... Ooh, it's not a bad spot for us, right back here. Yeah, don't want to get rid of housing here. Everyone's liking that. We got a new cemetery. Probably going to need to go back and terraform this a little bit. Wasn't expecting that to have a big old dive into the ground for it. Let's take a look. Yeah, got some pretty good contour lines here. Let's see if we can maybe soften it a little bit. Yeah, really bad when it comes to some of these some of these tools, but it kind of comes with the territory a little bit. Row houses are actually being built. Okay, cool. So these are the European style row houses. I don't know, and I think most of my audience is based in the United States, but row houses I think are kind of cool. They're medium density buildings, and you don't need giant backyards for a lot of it. I mean, look at this one. You've got a little patio area, you've got some loungers, you've got a garden in the back. And you see this a lot. In the US, you see this in big cities like New York, Boston, New England cities. These are fairly common, where you have relatively narrow lots, and they're deep. Where you can actually see, oh yeah, they're doing this, that, and the other. You actually see now, just with the graphics, again, thirsty game when it comes to graphics usage. I did actually read when I was getting my oldest, trying to get her back to sleep earlier this morning, that Colossal Order is trying to get multiple patches out to get the optimization fixed with this. If those patches roll out between when I'm recording this again, 4 a.m. on a Thursday morning, and the release date, I haven't figured out when that's going to be yet. It might be Saturday. Whenever this video is released, this is when it is released. What do you know? Big commercial boost needed right now, so let's go ahead and let's get our high street built up a little bit more. I'm just gonna do, just kind of want to do like that, where we've got the commercial, when you're coming into town, like you're coming home from work, you can hit up the grocery store, hit up anything like that you may need. Coming in. Wow, industry filled up very quickly. So I think we're going to need to build a few more streets on this front. Again, this is water, so I don't want to kind of go over there unless I absolutely have to, but may have to here in a moment. Build a couple more small roads. Over here. This is actually where grids would work very well, is when trying to do these big industrial zones. Oh, there we go, a small village, yay. We'll get those built there very quickly. Industrial demand disappears, low density demand still decent. They could actually do like a mix of high and low density residential. I do see there's like a bunch of housing going in here. How about this? Did just lose some houses by tearing out some of these. Yeah, it's going to be demolished on its own soon. So what I did is I rezoned them from medium density from the row houses to some low density houses. So we'll have this set up where we have some low density housing, transition into the medium density housing, and then eventually probably get into the high density housing. On Anna Saunders here on Chirper, asking for some more residential structures in the building, or in the city. Not, again, super concerned about electricity at this point because we can eventually build our own power plant. That's fine. This is we don't need to do it right this second. We have the power connection here as well. Building off this way, let's take a look at what we got here. We got education available to us. Elementary school. These buildings, when it comes to some of this stuff is big. I mean this in comparison to what we had in City Skylines 1. This is the school, and it takes a block and a half, it feels like. An idea here. Alright, I'm going to put the school down, but obviously I don't want to have one of these small roads connecting out to the city like this. Let's go ahead and grab a pedestrian road. So this year we have a pedestrian road. There are crosswalks for it, and there shouldn't actually be any turn lanes for it. Service vehicles can go down it, but simultaneously people can walk on it. So if people actually need to get to school, they can kind of come down here with it. And I was looking at this here, the options. So you do have like the straight 2-lane roads. I'm using those. Then you have alleys, a narrow 2-lane road without side, arouse traffic. And where the hell are you going? What the hell was that? A street where only foot traffic is allowed apart from service and delivery vehicles. I'm really hoping that guy was a service vehicle. Otherwise, who the hell are you? You're a private car. Okay, that road is not working. Yeah, they should not be doing that. So, yeah, the elementary school is kind of isolated. It's on the main drag, coming out of town. But it just shouldn't have done that. Or, oh wait, hold up. Oh, I just derped really hard. Figured out what I have to do here. New signature building aware available. Alright, you. Can I move you? Cool. Just moved it. Now it's pointing that way. Alright, that kind of works. I like it. Now we can do a little bit of stuff on here, like we can actually slap down maybe some like commercial stuff. Alright, signature building. +3 well-being within 750 meters of Vertigo Square. I've actually never seen this. I didn't see this in my first playthrough here. Wow, okay. So if I just put down a medium density... Okay. Interesting. I won't put that one up right now. I'm a little curious how that's gonna work, but... Alright. More commercial demand is popping up. I do think this may become a commercial district as well. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just paint this all in as commercial. And we'll put down some whoa. What the hell is this? This river floods. Somebody takes a piss up further in the river. These two streets are gonna flood. In fact, we need to D-zone these two. Yeah, that's not okay. That was a bit odd that the game just kind of like, oh yeah, let's just cram this building in here. A little odd that it did that. Look at these row houses now. Oh, and it's also a little San Francisco. That's another city where it's like this. I'm definitely getting that vibe from seeing this. These guys go up the hill like this. Very much reminds you of some of the San Francisco city streets where you have these houses really tightly packed in together, narrow backyards. Hey, now it's all making sense now, isn't it? I keep hitting escape for the wrong reasons. All right. Medium density commercial is starting to... We're going to do like just straight apartments now for this section. Just kind of keep things moving up this way. Our industrial zone is very rapidly expanded. I like that. And hopefully we get to the next step in the city here momentarily. That way we can get maybe a specialized area built up. Next, I know we fire and rescue we're going to need, police administration, transport we're not going to need right away. That's probably going to be a couple more episodes out before we do anything like that. What is it? Waiting for a hearse. How many hearses do we have? We have 2 of 15 hearses being used. Okay. Not enough customers, even though we have 0 demand for residential at the moment. Go ahead and put these in here. I'm actually going to put down more commercial zoning here. Man, this city, let me take a look at the topography again.
That's good for business and good for the community.
Thanks, Jim.
Hard to tell. As you can see, it gets relatively steep over here. But if you go further up, you got some pretty good hills up here also. It'd be interesting trying to build on this and make it all look nice and fancy, neat, and me hitting the escape button too many bleeping times. Still having that problem. Let's go ahead and grab our medium road. We're going to bring it out just a skosh further. That's mainly just to get that node so I can come around and go by the cemetery. Oh.
Entirely apart from the actual rewards enjoyed. For example, consider capital.
There we go. And we're going to bulldoze that little nub right there.
By
So if you're coming down this street,
Yes, in the
there's
short
a
term,
kind of a section here where you don't want to make a hard right turn, or else you're going to end up a resident down in the cemetery.
Abstraction and its effect on the human
Definitely want to try to fix that. That is really odd. Especially they didn't like have it set up so you can kind of build it up on a ramp or a hill or anything like that. Very odd. But here we go. Large village. So we got a loan limit increased, fire and rescues available, police administration, livestock farming, stone farming, and service budgets. Let's actually do some livestock stuff. I do like that idea. Okay, so livestock can be used anywhere. That's good. And stone farming can be used anywhere to build stone. Neat. Let's actually do livestock farming. Yeah, let's do some livestock stuff. I haven't done this one ever. Odd sound there. We're gonna set this up kind of like right here, right across from Fairview Street. Or do I want to set it up in an area that's a little bit further away? Yeah, let's actually do a small road first, coming off of this. Let's try that. Okay. So how do we expand this? Okay, cool. So you can actually it's just an industry thing. It produces livestock. I could probably put multiples of these down. And we need to get another section set up real quick because the commercial zone is really starting to ramp up. Okay. We got a little high street over here. Let's say high street, and that's definitely near quotes and probably not use the correct way here. And the wind is blowing. Yep, it's blowing okay. Yeah, I want to try to make sure that, oh wow, we actually can do, it just says wind speed too low. So I don't need to actually do, oh, I can actually do it way the hell up here. You know, like in the higher elevations, we can do some wind farming, but again, not even the focus right now. Let's get this new commercial zone set up, then I'm going to wrap up the video. I like that I already kind of have an area set up for this stuff. So let's go here. To here. And this is going to be another one of these mixed-use areas where I'm going to have a bunch of commercial and residential in here. Industrial, I'll probably expand to the other side of the street and even maybe build off of this way. Gonna get that going. Or build more livestock stuff. I haven't figured out what I'm going to do here yet. Alright, so from here... And again, the grids, totally helpful here. It's actually bulldoze this and actually put a grid in place. Grid in its place anyway. Alright, got that here. That's pretty good. Neat. Now we have a bunch of space we can put a bunch of stuff. Alright, so commercial. I'm going to kind of put back here. Residential. I think it's supposed to go 5 deep. Yeah, 5 deep. I'm just going to let that go for a minute. Now, industrial. Okay, livestock pollution actually does very low, this. I'm gonna have to wrap up this video soon. My oldest is trying to crawl out of bed. And by I say trying to, I mean she has succeeded. She has crawled out of bed. Alright. So hopefully this is going the correct way for it. Let me put another one down. Might get this going too. Do a second one like that. About here, maybe? There we go. Hopefully this will start alleviating the issue when it comes to livestock. Well, that's going. Let's look at getting a high school up. We're checking on the education itself, then I do need to wrap up here. What do people need here right now? High crime. Oh no. Let's actually deal with that first. Get that going. No, fire department. Fire department put on this side. Mainly because I have the industrial section over here. Commercial is still high demand. Interesting. Alright. I do need to put a cut in here. Alright. Let's do this. Then I'm going to put down some row housing in here. And apartments over here. Cool. Alright. There we go. Got a little bit of a village built up. Again, this is the Village of Chillingham. Let me know what you want to see in this series. I do think this should be a series that, while I'm able to record ahead of time, when I am able to, I also want to make sure that it's something that I'm looking at to what the audience wants to see, and I'm able to kind of adjust in and of itself. But at least this time I know I have a rail connection. That's a big thing. Keep this building up. Wow, my industrial demand is absurdly high right now. Let's see if we get the ground pollution. I do need to put a cut in here. I really, really need to put a cut in here. Alright, ground pollution is very bad there. One more time. Yeah, terrain color, the ground, that doesn't produce a ton of ground pollution. But again, I want to try to avoid putting that over here. So the industrial zone may go out this way. Just to try to alleviate that concern a little bit. How is this working here? Okay, it just works like that. Alright, next video, I'm going to slap down another industrial zone over here, and hopefully get the city going on the right path, as it were. Also going to buy new tiles. I've got 12 tiles available to me that I can purchase. I can grab like these ones over here and really build out a residential zone. I can grab this one, build out my industrial zone even further, going out toward the highway. Also maybe build out this way. Don't need the rail connection just yet, but I know it is available to me. This is all the stuff I can get to, but I do think it'd be kind of cool late game, like building up in here. If there's any like, oh, let's build a ski resort or whatever. There probably isn't something like that, but interesting to see how that will play out in the game. But now though, like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and all the videos that come out on this channel. Thank you all for watching and joining me in this video. I'll see you on the next one.